Okay, no, I'm just doing for an audio test.
Yeah, we're already live.
Are we? Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we're just on Facebook Live today.
Okay.
But what's up, Phoenix Nation? It's your girl, Jade Phoenix, here once again, back in action. And sorry we've been MIA for the last couple weeks, but I had to recuperate from Florida. That shit was brutal.
I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the misplaced Easter egg that stinks up your dinner party. I am... Oh, duh, Josh Phoenix, of course.
Of course. I mean, who else would I be here with?
You never know.
That is true. You see, things are always changing here at the gate.
That's
true.
Look,
our background changed too.
That it did. We went for a more neutral overtone. Serene. Just something a little more soothing.
A little serenity. A serenity now.
Serenity now!
As opposed to insanity later.
Well, that always happens.
Always. But we're here. We're back. And it's, what episode are we up to? Are we up to what, like 26? 27?
Yeah, something in 26,
We're
27.
in the 20s.
I know. We're in the mid-20s.
Yeah.
Life is just starting to get real for the Phoenix Gate.
It's true. It's really true. It really is. Oh, my God. Okay, we are up to episode 25.
25? All right, we're up to 25.
I had to double check that to make sure we didn't screw it up.
All right, good.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean that episode 25 gets our normal weekly special?
Oh, of course. This week, as advertised on our Instagram, the return of beer snobbery.
I know, because the beer snobbery I did in Florida kind of wasn't snobbery. It was cidery.
It was cidery?
It was cidery because I reviewed a cider.
With its cidery goodness.
It was so tasty.
Yes. But as advertised on our Instagram, this week's beer snobbery and the kickoff really to Dark Beers Month.
Dark beer matters.
Yes, dark beers matter. But this week I'm going to be reviewing Midas Touch by the Dogfish Head Brewery. Now, it's billed as an ancient ale. I actually did a little bit of research on this beer because it was like ancient ale. Because I've heard of like German beers that are called alt beers, and it's just an old style. I actually found out that the recipe for this beer was found in like an ancient Greek tomb somewhere.
Ooh.
And as it says right here, it's
those fucking Greeks, they love to get pissed.
Well, yeah, especially if this beer has barley, honey, white muscat grapes, and saffron.
Something's mad about saffron. I don't know.
All right, well, let's see. It's a 9% alcohol by volume, so it's actually a decent heft. And Dogfish Head is in Milton, Delaware.
You said heft.
Heft, yes. It's got a decent amount of heft to it. It's got some girth.
Some girth.
Yep.
Grr!
But, yep. So let's give this a sip and let's see how it goes.
Taste it. How's it taste? He's tasting.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not bad. I honestly just expected a little bit more with this whole hype of an ancient
recipe.
You know, a BC, like ancient Greek recipe for an alcoholic beverage, and
you were hoping for a little bit more girth.
Well, just more flavor profile. It tastes like a fucking Malta.
Do I want to taste it?
Well, you know what a Malta is, so you know what you're getting yourself into.
Do I want? Oh, I can smell it on you. Give it. All right. Sorry, black lipstick. Deal with it. I don't like it. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not particularly good either.
Oh.
So I'm sorry, Dogfish Head Brewery. I've had a lot of your other beers in the past, but I got to give this one a resulting double thumbs down. Sorry. And see, I told all you all, I'm not going to like every beer I review on this show.
It's
this one,
true.
I'm not a big fan of it. No, not a fan. Not a fan.
Sorry. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not good. It's one of those kind of things where it's like, oh, do I have to drink that? No? Okay.
No, okay. Can I get something else?
I'll just stick with my cider. I'm drinking a Strongbow today.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with it. My golden apple Strongbow. Need to get that taste out of my mouth. Ugh.
That's what she said.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, you know, because let's once again not get it twisted. We're twins, not lovers. So please stop asking if we're fucking, because ew.
Like L?
Like total L?
Oh my God.
No.
This is not a Greg and Marsha Brady thing. I agree.
Oh, what? When she goes, yes, Greg. No, we don't do that. No,
No, Greg.
No,
No, Greg.
no.
No.
So please stop asking.
But
Anyways,
anyway, welcome back. And the title of today's show is
Beyond the Cape. And we're going to tell you why. Basically, both him and I work in EMS. We've been doing it for many years. Me, almost 20 years. I'm on almost 20 years. My birthday's in a month and a half. Yeah, 20 years worth of EMS service. And everybody's like, how have you been doing this since you were 14? It's called volunteering. That's what happens. And you've been doing this close to a decade now.
Yeah, I'm closing in on a decade.
Coming in on a decade.
But no volunteer whatsoever, really.
But, EMS work is different. Hashtag EMS work is different.
Our work is different.
So we live in New York.
Yeah.
And currently our mayor, DeBozo, because I refuse to give him by his actual given name.
DeBozio.
He has decided that EMS workers do not deserve
parity pay with fire or police or sanitation even.
And because he's basically said that we even though he's all about equal pay, we don't deserve equal pay.
Because our work is different.
Our work is different.
And
that's a direct quote.
Yeah. And I've actually made this joke to several members of the Department of Sanitation. They found it quite funny. I said, yeah, our work is different because your trash doesn't talk back. And
you can crush it in the compactor. Yeah.
I mean, we can. There's just a lot more paperwork.
Yeah.
And Wazowski, it's all about doing your paperwork.
Yeah. But either way, it is very different because you know what, seriously, who else is going to hold your hand at the worst time of your life better than somebody like him or I? That's what we do. We basically are your therapist, your street doctor. We are the cops when you can't get them. We are your sanitation workers. We are everything that you need in a pretty little package in a uniform. But we're
Darkwing Duck. We are the terror that flaps in the night, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But basically, this is not a job. It's a calling.
Yeah.
There's not many people that can do what we do. And the people that we do work with love this job. We go to work every day at shit pay, away from our families for sometimes days on end. There are many, many, many people whose families have been destroyed because of this job. Why?
The hours, the mental, physical, emotional, all the shoal stress.
Yeah. Okay. And then you also got to understand that a lot of our people are dying left and right every day of cancer.
Yeah.
A different person I know every day is getting diagnosed with a different type of cancer.
Yeah. No, there was something that happened that caused a lot of that to happen.
Oh, I wonder what that was. I mean, it's almost 18 years ago.
I know, right?
This September, 18 years ago. What happened, Josh?
Well, on a fine September morning.
It was actually a very beautiful day.
Yeah. A couple of people of very radical fundamentalist beliefs.
Yep.
Grabbed a couple of planes and drove them into one of New York's greatest landmarks, being the World Trade Center, which is all now unaffectionately known as 9/11.
Yeah, if you didn't know about that, you've been living under a rock for the last 18 years.
Or maybe it's you that, ICE needs to be looking for, rather.
Either way, these people, we don't have bulletproof vests. At best, we get stab proof. And this was even back then. I don't think we even had them back then. At least I don't know because I wasn't on FDNY then. But we went running when people were running away. We were running in. So now all those people, all those first responders, people that were down there are getting sick. But we don't deserve equal pay.
No,
we don't deserve that.
Equal pay and,
we don't deserve to have good health care either.
No, everybody goes on and on about the 343. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. My heart still goes out to those 343 firemen that lost their lives on 9/11. But you know what? Maybe to a lesser number on the day.
Yep.
But there were a great many of us that lost our lives in that same day. People like Carlos Lilo.
Yeah.
People like Yamel Marino.
Yep.
And I'm going the privates and FDNY because we all lost people on that day.
Well, it's not a competition.
No, I'm not saying it's a competition. I'm just saying
that's mostly because what everybody doesn't understand. You're not FDNY.
No.
I am.
I came from the private ambulance corps, whether it was a TransCare or working for North Shore LIJ or TransCare's 911 division, et cetera, et cetera. I work the private hospitals, but I don't treat my FDNY brothers and sisters any differently. I verbally abuse everybody the same, and she knows that.
Oh, trust me, he gets it from me. Yeah, I do.
But
either way, we're going off topic here because honestly, we want to talk about Beyond the Cape. Because honestly, what's the one thing that we always get called is we get called heroes a lot. And you know what?
We do.
Okay, the firemen get called heroes a lot, and the police get called heroes a lot. But you know what? In all honesty, firemen get the fuck off scene before, if they figure out that it's us that's needed and not them.
Yeah.
So if anybody's a hero, it's us. Okay? Yeah. What we're going to talk about is basically what heroes we like and shaped us into the heroes that we are.
Yeah.
Behind the cape.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to do.
And since we are talking about heroes in our job, I know my hoodie is zipped up right now, so I'm actually going to unzip it because I am wearing a particular t-shirt.
Take it off.
That's what the ladies say.
Yeah.
I am wearing the Memorial Yadira Arroyo t-shirt. For those of you that don't know, Yadira Arroyo tragically lost her life almost 2 years ago on the job. Yes, she was murdered. I'm not going to mince words. She was murdered by some crack piping, ass wiping load that should have ended up on somebody's back, honestly. I mean, I don't care. It just is what it is.
It is what it is. The court is tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she tragically lost her life when her and her partner thought somebody needed help because this guy jumped on the back of their ambulance.
He was just getting a joyride.
They got out to see what was going on. She got thrown to the ground, run over by her own ambulance, and then backed over again. Yeah. And he escaped with her ambulance. Her partner was injured. And I'm not even going to get into
Don't.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we're going to be, as much as we're going to sit here and we are pro EMS and we are going to promote how our job is different, we're also going to talk nerd stuff because that's what we do.
Yeah. What we do. So it's time to get a little nerdy before we get a little weepy. So yeah, we said we're going to talk about what superheroes sort of formed us into the people we are today. And I'm going to kick it off.
Yeah, you go first. I want to hear.
Probably one of the greatest superheroes, considering he's one of the few that doesn't have any superpowers whatsoever, and that's Batman. I mean, come on, Batman, genius level intellect, master strategist, master of many, many unarmed forms of combat and armed combat. He's got gadgets up the wazoo. A lot of people compare him to Iron Man, going from DC and Marvel, but I mean, Batman was taking down people that actually had superpowers. Guys like Killer Croc, Mr. Freeze, the Electrocutioner.
Would you call those superpowers or mutations?
Enhanced abilities. We'll go with enhanced abilities.
Because honestly, I mean, it's only until he really hooked up with the Justice League did he really start taking down like actual superpowered beings.
Yeah.
And even then, Batman is such a fucking crazy control freak that he had exit strategies for every single one of the Justice League. He could have destroyed them all.
Batman's the only one in the Justice League that can take down Superman without really breaking a sweat.
Yeah, that's true. But Superman's a fucking farm boy.
Well, it's just the fact that Batman's got a bank vault full of kryptonite and weapons with kryptonite in it.
And he wears lead underwear so Superman's supervision can't see him. It's true. It's actually true.
Hey, Superman, quit checking out my junk.
Either way, so Batman is he your number one go-to? Like, is he the reason why you sat there and said, oh, wow, I want to do EMS because of this?
I mean, it was more... No, it's actually more of another superhero that, again, does not really have powers, but it's more his skill and his knowledge and his cunning, and that would be Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Yes, this is true.
Now, I understand it's a bit of an oxymoron saying that the Punisher led me and shaped me into the person and the quote-unquote hero that I am today, because we all know that the Punisher just wastes people left and right. But he's only wasting people that really kind of have it coming. We're talking gangsters, drug kingpins, people that are posing an immediate threat to his city, which just so happens to be New York City. Yep, the Punisher mostly takes place in New York. And
So does Batman.
Well, yeah,
technically
we all know
Gotham
Gotham
City-
City is New York.
It's here.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just say that like Metropolis is like Chicago or something.
And Central City is Philly.
Green Arrow.
The Flash.
No, Green Arrow, his city, Star City. I think.
Starling City.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about Central City. Where
No,
Barry
I know
Allen
that's
comes
the
from.
Flash. I'm talking about Green Arrow City. I think that's
Boston.
Boston.
Yeah,
I think that's Boston.
I would buy Starling City as Boston. But yeah, I mean, look at he's a one-man army, which a lot of times on jobs we find ourselves being a one-man army.
Well, no, we're never alone. We're never alone.
I'm talking like MCIs, where sometimes we got to split
We're
off on our
still
own.
never alone.
We're not alone, as in
We work in twos.
yeah, we work in twos.
Basically, my partner's here somewhere,
Hiding.
like off camera, but he's here. He's saved my ass quite a few times. We get jobs. We walk into places we don't know. I mean, that's kind of like what Batman would do, being the great detective. He would go places he didn't know. But see, the thing is it's Batman, and he can get away with doing certain shit. He always was prepared. I mean, we always have to be prepared for things that we have no idea what we're walking into. So literally, like where Batman had his utility belt, we have our med packs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our tech bags, and
with the exception, well, we don't have.
But we also wear
bat
bat belts. Yes. We do.
I do. Well, we don't have grappling hooks and batarangs and smoke
we're not
pellets
hazmat
and all that.
And rescue.
No, we don't have that sort of stuff. We don't have smoke pellets or anything like that. Well, we carry trauma shears, a pen light. I personally carry a flex fit tourniquet for starting IVs because it's more comfortable to patients than the venous constricting bands they give us, because they tend to pinch skin, especially on our older patients.
Yes.
Where my little flex fit tourniquet just tightens.
Well, we carry those now.
Oh, do you carry the little?
Those are standard, right? Flexi fits, I think.
The ones that like you snap it shut and then you pull it.
Yeah, those are standard now for us. So.
Yeah, but I've been using that for.
It's like as much as he tries to stay off camera, I'm still gonna get him involved.
Yeah, he's
shy.
He's the man off camera.
He's shy, but either way,
hey, he's literally the guy on the couch.
He's literally the guy on the couch right now. Yes. What? Oh.
Hey, don't worry about me, Thurgood. I'll be fine. What you got to do is get Kenny out of jail.
Either way, I mean, I know this subject is probably kind of boring to most of you because you don't understand, but we're trying to make you understand. Like this, we don't refer to ourselves as heroes, and just like the superheroes that are in the comics and movies and video games and everything that we watch, they do not refer to themselves as heroes.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
I'm just I'll burn your shit to the ground, Phoenix. I don't fucking know, but this is the kind of things that we do. Like we run into places that we shouldn't be. We see humanity at its absolute worst. And there are some times that we actually do see it at its best.
Yes, very much so.
So it's weird because people would think that, reading a comic book or playing a video game or watching a movie, that people like this don't actually exist. No, we do. We exist. Boston EMS, after the marathon, I'm told they had so much support, so much everything. 9/11, after we got hit with at the towers, so much support, so much everything. Yeah. There are some people that will actually sit there and be like, "Oh, I appreciate what you do, thank you," or "Hey, you saved such and such for my family," or whatever. That is nice to hear. You should really say it more.
Yeah.
To EMS providers, because we don't hear it enough. We get screamed at by our higher ups and screamed at by all of you and screamed at basically by everybody because, we're your bitches.
It's like, hey, look, Mr. Ambulance driver, you driving over too many bumps. It's like, I'm in the South Bronx. What do you really want from me? That's not on me.
Yeah.
That's just the road conditions. And actually my partner's doing like 15 miles an hour over them to try to minimize the bounce. So, you got to meet us halfway.
Basically. So Batman's your first and only hero, or is that?
No, Batman, the Punisher. And since we're in a field that somewhat thrives on.
Hi, Dio.
Dio, what's up, bro?
We're talking shit.
Yep, we're talking comic books and EMS, so stick around. But yeah, I mean, we thrive in a business that medical advances and upgraded technology are paramount to us becoming more effective at what we do. So obviously, I'm a huge fan of Tony Stark, Iron Man as well. Again, no real powers per se, but a genius level intellect, and he's got a bunch of cool gadgets, and he's got a bunch of money to fund all these gadgets. I mean, at some point, didn't he have like 80-something different Iron Man suits?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't mind borrowing a couple of those once in a while.
I mean, I think that's. I mean, everybody's gonna know who we're talking about because it's so mainstream now. So talking about Iron Man and all his like money and Batman and all his gadgets and all this shit, it's mainstream. Where if we had been talking about this 10 years ago, only fellow nerds and geeks would actually know what we're talking about. So that's actually another good thing that we are able to, in this day and age, not only just use social media to get our message across that EMS is different, hashtag it, but also that, we can compare ourselves to some of these characters that people before may not have known. I mean, me personally, one of the people that I've always admired, and a lot of people make fun of me for this one, because she's so mainstream now, is Wonder Woman. Because people don't also realize that the original incarnation of Wonder Woman, when she first came over and became Diana Prince, she was a medic. She was she played, what was it, a nurse, I think, in the army?
Think of like an army nurse.
An army nurse. She came over in the World War II version of her, because they have her, I think in the movie, they have her in World War One.
No, I think it's 2.
No, it's 1.
Is it 1?
I don't remember.
Okay, it's one of the wars with Germany.
One of the big wars. Well, it may have been, because I don't remember them talking about Nazis in the movie.
Yeah, it might have been World War
I think
I.
it was World War One. But in the comic books, actually, believe it or not, she came out around World War II. So that's where I think they were talking about it. I don't know. I'm going to go rewatch the movie and see if fact check me, because I'm tired and I don't want to.
But also in the movie,
hi David.
Gal Gadot just comes out like
fucking badass
and just charging through lines and blocking bullets.
Right, with bang bang. But I'm saying like this is also a character that if you are a comic book nerd, you would know that she actually does have medical training. Yes. So I always admired that before she got huge with Gal Gadot and being the fox that she is. I always admired that.
Back in the days of
Plus, she was also one of the only standalone woman superheroes.
Very true. But I think she might have been the first.
No. I don't know if she was the first. I think she was the first standalone.
That's what I mean, standalone.
Right. I'm not sure. I'm very unprepared today because I'm just going in 15 different directions at once. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I think that when I was young, I was first introduced to her. And I remember I came around 40 something years after this comic, or 50 something years after this comic was even released, this character was even created.
Yeah.
And I'm reading, I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I've always loved medical stuff. I've always known what to do in a situation like that. And it's easy because I know so many EMS chicks like me love saying Wonder Women, that we are Wonder Women, because we are. Because this is a man's field. And World War One. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, my love. See, I told you it was World War One.
See, our listeners fact check us sometimes.
Yeah, there you go.
It's all good.
Our travelers love us.
Yep.
But I'm just sitting there saying, reading about a superhero that has all these incredible superpowers and is a princess of the Amazon, and then you have me growing up where I'm a fucking tomboy and I'm always hanging out with the boys and always getting in trouble and always doing all this shit. And then you have this fucking superhero that basically embodies almost everything that I want to do, everything that I wanted to be. And then here I am, 13, 14 years old. And all of a sudden one of my friends drags me to an ambulance corps and is like, come on, bitch, we're going to go on a ride along, and the rest is history, because 20 years later, what do I still do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that is in terms of in EMS, that's really
I'm a dinosaur.
Well, no, that's also the difference between your origin story in EMS and mine. Or unfortunately, mine is a little bit more like a traditional superhero origin story.
You followed me.
I did follow you, but that little that pushed me over the edge was when my aunt passed away.
Yes.
And I remembered my cousin at the funeral saying how hard the EMTs and the paramedics worked on it. And now as I'm thinking about it, it is kind of like that traditional tragedy superhero origin story that was kind of from this loss, I'm going to take it and I'm going to make the world a better place in spite of this tragedy. And I'm not even bullshitting you guys. That is the God's honest truth of what finally pushed me over the edge into going into EMS.
It is, because I was telling him horror stories all the time, and he'd be like, that's pretty cool, but I don't think I could do that. And I'm like...
And then randomly one day she gets a text from me like, do you have an extra BP cuff? And the response was ...
What?
You're actually getting your EMT card? I'm like, yep. She was like, well then.
Well then, sir.
Sir.
Respect your elders. That's rule number 1. Your mentor, respect it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if that mentor only has 3 months on the job or 3 months more as an EMT or medic than you. You fucking give them the respect that is due. That's how I was taught. That's how I think all these other fucking rookies should be taught. And you're no longer a rook. I mean, how many times have you refreshed now? 3?
I've refreshed my EMT card 3 times.
So you're no longer a rookie as far as I'm concerned.
Nope.
Anybody that's refreshed 3 times means that they've been in the game at minimum 9 years. So
yep,
you're no longer a baby.
Time to shove you at the nest and you either fly or you splat.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we can clean you up if you splat. Yeah. But he's never taken the plunge over to the dark side anyway. You tried. You tried, and you were told you were too fat.
Yeah. About that. Whoever, you know who you are. Fuck you. I don't. For all we know, somebody may show him this.
Maybe.
So, yeah, fuck you. Okay.
So Wonder Woman was definitely one of mine. And then the other one that I actually really, 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 really liked, believe it or not, and that was kind of, everybody's like, what? Really? She has no medical training. And it has nothing to do with the fact that she's my favorite superhero character, because she's not actually a hero.
What? Spoiler, this is no shocker.
No, it might be to you. It was Poison Ivy.
That's no shocker.
Oh, that's true. No, Poison Ivy is a doctor. And all she wants to do is heal the world. And granted, she wants to heal the environment, but she wants to be a healer. And the way she goes about it was always fascinating to me because she's not wrong. No,
she just goes about it kind of an odd way.
Well, she's more into plants than people. It's okay. I'm more into animals than people, and I don't know any superheroes that do that.
That are more into animals than people?
Yeah. That don't actually become the animal. Can't count certain ones. Shifters don't count, and people that have telekinetic connections with spirit animals are not the same.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only one that pops to mind is Arthur Curry.
Yep.
And we're not talking about the jacked and tattooed Arthur Curry. We're not talking about that Arthur Curry, that Aquaman that's played by Jason Momoa.
Oh, wait, hold on. Woo! Oh, sploosh. I'm sweating.
Please stand by. We're having technical difficulties.
It's not technical.
She got to change the draws a little bit.
Dude! He's Aquaman. He makes me wet.
Oh, God. But no, I'm talking about the traditional, original Aquaman with the orange fish scale outfit that could talk to fish, and
he could talk to fish.
They make
Momoa can talk to fish.
I know, but I'm saying
he can talk to my fish taco anytime.
God. Layla, get back in your cell. Don't make me get the hose. Hello. Okay. But I'm talking the one that everybody made fun of, even when they were like, well, I mean, what's the worst that Aquaman could do with his superpowers?
Sploosh, Theo said sploosh.
It's like, hello there, Mr. Fish. Hello, Aquaman.
So Super Friends via 1960s.
Yeah, that Aquaman. He could connect with animals, but I mean, the animals were a lot cooler than he was.
Whatever. We're not going to take my mermaid siren tendencies into account here. Shut up. Nope. Don't do it. Oh, you're doing it.
Nope.
Are you pleading the fifth right now? Oh, okay. All right then. But no, like this is what I'm talking about. Like we're kids that were growing up with nerdy shit, and this is like all the stuff that we love to watch and listen to. So it's only natural that by going into this profession, we automatically are thinking that we're making a difference and doing things. And honestly, believe it or not, in a lot of ways, we kind of do.
Yeah.
But we get no recognition for it, and a lot of us actually don't need that.
I tell you, no respect. I tell you, no respect.
Either way, we really don't. We're not sitting here asking for that kind of respect. We're not sitting here asking for somebody to be like, you're so good at what you do. Here's a head pat. Here's a pat on the back. No, we don't want that. We just want respect as people, as individuals, as us, as units, as a fucking service.
Just a little bit. Hey.
Just pay us what we deserve. We are the lowest paid service in the entire city. There's people from other states have to upgrade to paramedic from firefighter. It's an actual upgrade. Not here. Nope. Not here.
Nope. Other places in the country like Kings County, Washington State, which is up around Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Their medics are essentially mobile trauma surgeons. Like, they're doing thoracotomies in the field, which, don't get me wrong,
Don't do that.
gives me a little hesitation. But there's also part of me that would really love to do it because I'm a little sick in the head.
No, it's like what? Like, you think I didn't want to put mask pants on somebody? It's just not in protocol. You don't do that.
No, I'm just saying if it was in protocol, I'd totally be down with doing it.
No,
I would.
I know.
Mask pants? No.
I'd kind of
Those
probably let you do it because I want to watch. I really want to watch that.
She wants to watch.
I want to see the blood, damn it. Okay, a lot of us are also trauma junkies. Like, how many of us are fucking trauma junkies? Like, oh my god.
Okay, quick story.
Here we go.
I was working a unit in Lower Manhattan, and I had a regular partner that we just called him the Buff King because he wanted to buff all the good jobs. So we heard a shot.
Hi, Jeff.
We heard a shot come over. So lights and sirens, bouncing up on two wheels, full on like bringing out the dead style. We go to buff the job. Goes out. My partner like runs out of the ambulance as it's parking, pretty much. Runs up to the patient. And then, like a freaking 3-year-old with a full ass diaper having a temper tantrum stomps back going, he got shot in the hand.
Oh my god, you just made me snort.
But I mean, literally, this is what this dude sounded like. He was like, he got shot in the hand. And I was like, so it's not worth our time? Well, I mean, we are here first. We made patient contact. He goes, I know.
Hi, Jason. It's all our peoples today. Fatality. No. It's a hand wound. It's not really that serious.
No, yeah.
He's talking about the...
Yeah, shot in the hand. He got shot in the hand.
I mean, dude, let's not get it twisted. I've seen some pretty fucked up shit on this job. I mean, I've had limbs that are not even attached anymore. I've had avulsions, which are disgusting.
All right, guys, this should be a nice, easy job. He's under the train, so we're pretty much sure he's finished.
And he's breathing.
You know, me being the sarcastic asshole that I am, I stick my head under the train and go, sir, are you in pain? Can you hear me? Ah! Nope, he's alive.
Yeah. But, you know, honestly, if we were superheroes, we wouldn't need the firefighters' help to lift that train.
No.
Or the Con Edison's help turn off the electricity. We could just do it ourselves.
Yeah.
But, no. All we can do is drag the motherfucker out and try him not to die. So
don't you die on me.
Not today. Bag it. But either way.
Bag it or tag it.
And either way, how many times have we had to triage and tag somebody and they're actually not dead?
Yeah.
Ooh, that happened to me. Okay, funny story. I'm up in Harlem. I'm working my normal unit in the afternoon. And it happened to be, I think it was around 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
And it was me and this really, I'm not going to mention my old partner's name, but it was this really old I don't want to call him old school because there you go, burnt out motherfucker. And we're literally sitting up the block where we're supposed to be sitting, waiting for our next job. And there's a block party happening down the block from where we're sitting.
No good can come of this.
Oh, it did not, because we're in Harlem. It's the middle of summer. It was hot, and there's a block party. So what do we see? I'm watching. He's napping. I'm sitting there I'm like playing on my phone. And I look up and I see a couple of guys and I'm like, in my head, back of my head goes, no good can come of this. And I go back to playing on my phone.
I sense trouble, David.
Like my spidey sense started tingling a little bit. And then all of a sudden, you just hear, blah, 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 and I'm like, oh, no. And you just see a wave of fucking people come running at the bus. And you're just like, fuck me. And they're bang, so we obviously go to the job, lights and sirens, get through the barricade. And there's 4 bodies, I think on the floor. It was 3 or 4 bodies at the time. But now here's the problem. You have a fucking fuck ton of people who are there from the block party. And I have to quickly triage who's who while trying to keep these people off of me and at the same time yelling for help. Because I don't know where the shooter is. I don't know if he's still there. So I'm like, fuck me, I'm going to die today. That is literally the first words out of my mouth. My partner's sitting there. He's trying to fend off people while I'm starting. One guy got shot in the ear. It just grazed him, thank God. Another guy got shot in the leg, but it wasn't serious because it missed most of the major stuff. And then the other 2 were shot in the chest. Now, one, I didn't even see him breathing. So, of course, fast triage, I fucking go to the guy that is breathing. And everybody's screaming and yelling at me to get to the guy that's on the floor that is probably dead. And I'm sitting there going, fuck, I can't, So finally I throw one guy in the back of my truck. A couple other ambulances finally show up to give me backup. And I'm now having to work on a guy that is obviously dead because it turned out he was shot in the head. They got him in the head and not just the chest. I didn't see it because it was a small caliber bullet. So I'm sitting there going, okay, and now here's the even more fun part. All these people are swarming us and we can't do our job. So what do? We're calling for BD. We're screaming for help. So this is what we're talking about when we say that we're putting in situations that, you know, alone without any help. I don't know if there's still the active shooter is still there. I don't know. I got tons of people that are sitting here trying to fight me. So that let me do my job because they're so distraught over their boy getting shot. I got people that are literally hanging on the back of my ambulance as I'm loading up my patients. We couldn't get cops through because of all the people in the street and all the block party stuff. We could not get the other ambulances through because all the people crowding the street. It was a fucking nightmare. And this is the kind of shit that Batman don't got to deal with.
No, because Batman was just like, I'm out.
Bye-bye. You know, Batman don't got to deal with this shit. Wonder Woman don't got to deal with this shit. It's fucking bullshit.
Yep. And it's been honestly part of the reason that we called this episode Beyond the Cape is because we want to put out that not all heroes wear capes or masks.
No, some of us wear uniforms.
We wear a uniform with some scissors and some other little doodad gadgets on it. And we go out there and we do what we got to do.
How many times have you gone to the station because you were covered in vomit, shit, or blood?
What about all three?
All three at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or how many times have you walked into a hoarder's apartment and immediately walked out because you were going to be sick?
Or walked into
EDP.
A Collier's mansion, which is a very nice way of saying a hoarder's apartment. A Collier's mansion. And you don't take more than 5 steps in the place, and it's almost like you're on top of freaking Everest. It's like, avalanche!
No, it's like just poop everywhere, bugs everywhere. Oh, God. My kryptonite is bugs.
You occasionally find the stray dead cat under a pile of debris. It happens.
Never to me. Never to me. I've never seen a dead animal underneath a pile of debris. Okay.
Yes, fuck yeah, Dio.
Yeah,
you know
seriously, Dio knows.
Yeah, he does.
You know, but I'm just sitting here like saying, like, the things that we have seen cannot be unseen.
I seen it.
We've seen it. It's, oh, Lord. Or God forbid you get somebody that has depression. Or those sugar.
Or the pressure or the sugar. And I take the peanut butter balls for my sneezes.
Yeah. Oh, and they can only go to this hospital because the other hospital killed my brother.
Or no, but they got all my records at this hospital.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, you realize that's a 5-minute phone call to get your records emailed over.
Welcome to the digital age, asshole.
We live in the information age.
Welcome to the digital age. But either way, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, like, how do you describe a job to people that have never experienced it? You just can't. I mean, because there's a certain set of feelings that go through it. Like, what's the big problem that a lot of EMS people have? We're numb. We are so fucking burnt out and numb that, like, how many times have you been trying to talk to one of your friends and you're not, like, you're there for them, but you're not there for them? You know, I mean, I've gotten into, how many times have you seen people get mad at me because I'm listening, but I'm unable to connect with you?
You're so cold. You're being so cold and so unfeeling.
Like, why are you so distant about this? Like, why are you so blocked?
It's like because your first world problems have no actual gravity on a global scale.
Not even that. It's just more of like, I've learned to turn it off. I can't turn it just back on again. You know, like, I feel bad for you and I feel for you and I hold space for you, but I'm not going to sit here and cry for you.
Let's put up a balance. My boyfriend cheated on me. My 4-year-old caught a stray bullet through the wall of an apartment. Wah. I mean, we've seen some things and we know some stuff.
And we drink and we know things.
We drink and we know things.
Cheers.
But, I mean, that being said, like, we have to do that. We have to turn it off.
We don't have a choice.
Otherwise, we would
go crazy.
They're coming to take me away to the funny farm where everything is magic.
Don't go Malkavian now.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I have Malky tendencies, not true Malk. Bruja, all the way. But either way.
Malk Nation.
Either way, I mean, it's just like a lot of people don't understand. And here's the biggest problem that we have. Anybody that we know that's not on the job doesn't get it. They will sit there, and that's why, like, a lot of people will get into relationships or have best friends that are on the job. because we can understand. Like, I can talk to him about anything, and it's not just because he's my best friend and my twin, but literally because he gets it. He's been through it. He's seen it. It's the same thing with my partner over there who refuses to come on stage because he's shy. But he gets it. He knows. We've been through shit. We've seen shit. And people, and I'm sorry to say, like, mundanes will never get it. You're never going to get it. And that's why.
You're never going to get it. Not this time.
That's why, like, we deserve parity pay. We deserve to get, on a level of the other services that people automatically recognize as a hero.
Mm-hmm. No, don't get it wrong. We're talking about New York State and
New York City.
Oh, New York City. We're doing
New York
now.
City.
When you go out to Long Island, Nassau County, I mean, their EMS
Suffolk.
no, Nassau specifically. 99% of the EMS in Nassau County is run through the Nassau County Police, and they get paid on parity with police. So they make a decent living if they make it to 5 years at like $30,000 a year, because that's their starting pay. They have they have really shitty starting pay, and then after 5 years, it's fucking skyrockets.
Yeah, with us, you start at shitty pay and you stay at shitty pay. And even then, it does not. If you don't upgrade to paramedic in our ranks within the first 3 years, you don't see any difference.
No. Hashtag shitty in the city.
That's a good one. I like that. Yes. Okay. I like it. I'm with it. Yeah. I mean, listen, this is not a whole thing. Like, this is supposed to be nerd. We are talking nerd. And honestly, we're really just talking more about EMS because honestly, that's part of our lives. It's part of the fabric of our cape. It's who we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got a guy, a friend of mine who works on the job. He's a paramedic. He created his own persona and he's a superhero, but he's a superhero paramedic. I'm not going to say who he is, but he's awesome. Love you, Aunt. I'm not saying his character name. That's on him. But I'm just saying.
I mean, for those who, unfortunately, New York Comic Con occurred before I graced the Feinics Gate podcast.
Oh, you're going to be there this year.
Yeah, this year. But my cosplay for Comic Con this year was Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Yes.
But it was Frank Castle as a paramedic. Built a whole black paramedics uniform, had the flak jacket and the Punisher t-shirt underneath. I've been improving it over time, making it a little better. It will be showing up in future cons.
Yes. Oh, let's talk about let's get off all the whole, bad shit. And let's just talk about, because we're going to start wrapping it up soon. Yeah. Why don't we just start talking about what we're doing in the next couple of months? Are we insane or are we insane? We're hitting up 3 conventions in March in one fucking weekend. What? Okay, so I don't know. Are you coming with me on Friday to Monster Mania? I mean, you kind of have to. Yeah. It's the craft.
Yeah. Hashtag get geek or die trying.
Facts. But we're going to Monster Mania probably Friday the 8th.
Yeah, to meet the cast of The Craft.
My favorite movie of all time. I mean,
duh.
Look at me.
Duh.
Look at me, for fuck's sake. And then Saturday the 9th, we're going to be at Big Apple Con.
Big Apple Con.
And we will be in costume.
Yes.
We will be in cosplay. What are we doing that day? That's it.
Top secret.
Yeah, it's top secret. We'll announce it when we get closer. And then Sunday the 10th, where are we going?
Sunday the 10th, we're going to Heroes and Villains.
3 cons in one fucking weekend. We are insane.
Yes. That one I'm not ashamed to admit at Heroes and Villains that's Big Apple, where you're bringing back a cosplay and I'm debuting a new one.
No, I'm going to be debuting a new one at Big Apple. I'm bringing back the cosplay for Heroes and Villains.
Okay, so Heroes and Villains.
Villains is
so
where
Heroes and Villains, she's bringing back an old cosplay. I'm debuting a new one.
Mm-hmm. I'm debuting a new one at Big Apple.
And at Big Apple, she's debuting a new one. And I will say it right now, I will be wearing the Punisher cosplay at Big Apple.
And I'll be wearing Cammy at Heroes and Villains.
So that kind of gives you an idea of, at least for heroes and villains, what realm my cosplay will be.
I'm doing a casual cosplay probably for Friday.
You're doing casual?
Yeah, I could have dressed up as a freaking gothic schoolgirl. Come on. Then again, it's not really a stretch for me.
Well, but shouldn't you wear that for Monster Mania?
Yeah, that's Friday, Monster Mania.
Oh, Friday. Okay, so Saturday. Okay, so Saturday is
the all new cosplay that no one's ever seen me wear before. I'm gonna have to hide this entire fucking mane under a wig.
Good luck with that.
I know. Yeah.
That's the upside to having short hair, is I can hide it under almost any wig possible.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but my hair's fucking awesome. Thank you very much.
Well, nobody says it's not,
but yeah. So and then what else are we doing? Are we doing anything in February? Because it is February. Besides, it's
Dark Beer Month.
Well, yeah, dark beers matter.
So
we will be reviewing a dark beer every week coming up for the whole month. And I don't know what else we're doing. Are we doing any cons? No, we're not.
No,
I'm so jealous. All of our friends get to go to Katsu next week. I'm so jealous. I want spam. Lots and lots of fucking KatsuCon spam, because we may not be going this year, but next year we're going. Next year, 2020, the Phoenix Gate will be going. Oh my God. And we're going to try to get down to MegaCon in May, because fucking Back to the Future.
The cast of Back to the Future.
Oh, thank you.
Jello, what's up?
But yeah, no, Back to the Future cast. In May, we're going to Florida.
Oh yeah.
That
as per the supporting characters, that's at 99%. It may not be over 9,000, but it's at 99%.
Well, we could be like Shaggy and only use 1% of our power.
Like Scoob, I'm only using 1% of my power. Yeah.
I mean, and then we should probably do some shout outs right now. We should definitely do some shout outs, because we did say the big things are coming to the gate. Who got accepted into I am now an affiliate with 2 different companies. And that means you guys can buy stuff from us supporting the Phoenix Gate, and you get some really awesome product. I am actually now affiliated with Abella sunglasses, which are really, really fucking high end. Very, very cool. Fits anybody's face. And I'm also an ambassador for Be Just Strong athletic wear. So you guys we'll be posting up the links and everything for that. And you guys can buy from us, support the Phoenix Gate, and get free shit.
Yep.
Basically.
And we're working on a couple other sponsorship/affiliate statuses.
And when
when those come through, we will announce them.
Because you guys, seriously, we don't use shit product.
No.
And then, of course, who else do we have to shout out? We got to shout out a network.
Yep.
Podcast City Network. Totally shouting them out. I was at the 1-year anniversary at the end of January. That episode is a special edition episode that I did with Everett Lee of the Everett Lee Podcast Show. And it's actually up on our Podbean right now, because where can you find us, Josh?
You can find us at www.facebook.com/The Phoenix Gate Cosplay. Or
cosplay
of the Phoenix Gate Podcast. Well, kind of the same.
No, my cosplay page has nothing to do with the Phoenix Gate.
Also at podbean.com/The Phoenix Gate
Podcast.
Phoenix Gate Podcast.
And we're also on Twitter. We're also on Twitch. Instagram at the Phoenix Gate. I mean, seriously, we're everywhere, and we're working on other platforms for you guys to reach us as well. So literally, just keep tuning in. This may be episode 25 for us, and we are now a quarter of a century in podcast years. But you don't even understand the insanity that will be coming in the next year with the Gate. We're going to be everywhere. You want us to show up at a con? Hit us up privately on either Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let us know where you want us to be, and we'll do the best to be there. You want us to come to review something of yours, whether it's a movie, a show, anything you want, we can go. All you got to do is tell us what to do, where to go, and how to do it.
If it's a beer, you can assume yes, but just be prepared. I might not like it, and you might not like what I have to say about it. But I'm more than willing to taste it and give my honest opinion of it, and hopefully bring more people to your doors buying your beer.
And if you like the beer bottle that we use, all you have to do is let us know that you like it, and you can get those beer bottles made into a custom lamp for you.
Yes, at my little side page, which is Drunken Enlightenment. Later on, I will put a link for Drunken Enlightenment up on the Phoenix Gate Podcast Facebook.
Our first big winner was Caitlin.
Yes, Caitlin
was our first big winner of the first big Phoenix Gate giveaway of a custom...
from the Mexican Cake beer bottle.
Yes.
Yep, Caitlin won.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't
We're
win,
going to be doing it
don't
again.
be discouraged. We're going to be doing more. We're going to be doing other giveaways.
Oh, yeah.
Should some of our sponsorships and affiliates give us some swag to give away, we don't mind sharing the wealth.
Not at all. I'll give
Not
away
at all.
free sunglasses and free athletic wear. Everybody needs free athletic wear.
Yeah.
All of us fuckers go to the gym. Or work out or something.
Yeah.
Even
if you're going on like a 2-3 mile walk to go Pokemon hunting, it's still exercise.
Pokemon.
Yes. And just to jump on my soapbox for a little bit,
Jump.
all these damn shiny Pokemons, everybody's catching them. They're posting them up. On my way to cast today, I probably caught about 30 different Pokemon. None of them shiny. So the Metro New York area has pockets of just ghost town.
It's random. Whatever. Oh, what's the other thing that we forgot to talk about? Blessed Imbolc. We actually had yes, that was last weekend.
Last weekend was Imbolc.
We had a stab it, and because we didn't cast the week before, we didn't talk about it. But if you want, we could. We're not going to talk about Imbolc because that's over. It's done. But what's coming up soon?
After Imbolc, isn't it? No, not. Oh shit! I know which one you're talking about.
Well, besides the solstice.
Yeah.
And my birthday.
Well, the solstice.
And St. Patrick's Day. It goes my birthday, St. Patrick's Day, the solstice, but that's not what we're talking about. No, the big one.
Candlemas? No, Candlemas isn't there.
You're failing me as a witch right now.
I know I'm failing you.
You're failing me as a witch right now. No!
Imbolc, and then, oh my God, I know this one too.
You see my face?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I know. Just tell me, and I'm going to kick myself in a second.
Oh my God. Mayday!
Well, Beltane. Beltane's not till May.
Yes, but that's what's my favorite one, and it's coming up.
But yeah, Beltane's in May.
Oh.
So Beltane's the beginning of May. So
I know.
We're not going to be in Orlando for that. That would be cool, though.
No, we wouldn't be. But we will be in Orlando after.
Yeah, we'll be in Orlando for MegaCon. And
we're going. I don't give a shit. I mean, I know that there's another. I think that other people are going to be there too. I think the Florida edition is going to be there.
I think the Florida.
I think the second round's Florida edition is going to be at that MegaCon, which would be kind of cool to hang with them again. I got to hang with them at the 1 year, and that was pretty cool. They're really awesome people.
Yeah,
and we are going to be seeing the New York City edition, I think, at Big Apple as well.
Yeah, we will be seeing the New York City edition at Big Apple.
They're good people. We like them. We do. Cheers to them. And it'll be fun to hang out and actually, cosplay.
Yeah. Actually get to cosplay.
Yeah, we'll get to cosplay with them. And I don't know. I mean, I'm so excited for what's coming up with us. We will not be doing a live video next week, just so you know. We're only going to be on our Podbean next week. So you gotta tune into the Podbean. Because what's next week, Josh? Hallmark holiday.
I was about to say St. Hallmark's Day.
Hallmark's Day. But, because it's Hallmark's Day, Josh actually has to, be the good boyfriend. Take his lady out.
Even though it's like the Saturday.
I don't care. You still have to do things.
No, I know.
Yeah, and, chocolate ain't going to buy itself.
No.
Just
chocolate.
Throw it. Just chuck it.
Chocolate is not going to show up on your doorstep. Bye, no.
It might, because I wait for the day after chocolate when it's 75% off. So.
Well, that chocolate is sort of like has like Sarah McLachlan playing in the background.
In the arms of an angel.
For just 15 cents, you could give this Snickers heart a good, loving home.
Not me.
In your
Snickers,
belly.
You give me that shit, I'll be in the emergency room. I'm allergic to peanuts.
I know. I'm just trying to find another Twix or the Queen Anne cherry cordials.
Oh, so good. Oh, now I want one. Damn it. I don't know. Either way, we should probably wrap this motherfucker up in a little pretty bow. And we're going to wish you all happy Hallmark holiday from us to you. Because you know what? In the Phoenix Gate, you're always our Valentine's.
Yeah, exactly. But
that wasn't cheesy at all.
No. Gorgonzola. But you know what? Again, just to bring quickly back to Beyond the Cape, we said not all superheroes wear cape, not all heroes wear capes or have fancy utility belts or special powers or anything like that.
We got fancy utility belts.
Yes, but
the
main point is what does this hero want to do? Make the world a better place? All of you out there can do that. Be your own hero.
Are you so soapboxing right now?
Yes, you can be your own hero. Because you know what? We've touched on previous casts of different kinds of discrimination and stuff like that. But you know what?
If you want to listen to our last cast,
yeah.
respexism. You can catch that on Podbean, by the way.
Yes, on Podbean is our last cast, which was respexism. But you know what? You can't be anybody's hero if you're not your own hero.
I love myself enough to be a hero, and I'm also a villain, so we're good.
Yeah, heroes and villains.
That's me. You be the hero, I'll be the pretty villain. I can do that.
I consider myself more of a bit of like an anti-hero, more like a Deadpool Wolverine kind of guy. Punisher. The Punisher is an anti-hero.
That's right. I mean, I'm Feinics, so therefore I can go dark anytime I need to.
Or you can go Death and Rebirth.
I mean, hello. Either way, let's wrap this up. Thank you for everybody that tuned in today and listened to our ranting about how EMS is different. Hashtag that shit.
Our work is different.
Hashtag that shit too. But thank you for, I don't know, I guess kind of listening to us be stupid about something completely mundane and not nerdy. Not really, because we didn't really get into nerdy shit. We just mostly talked about EMS shit, and that's worth it.
Yeah. Just getting it out there, because if all of you that listen tonight go out and tell another 5 people, like, listen, I heard this cast, but, EMS really is different, and they do deserve a little more respect, a little more parity with some of the other emergency services.
Or at least bring awareness to the fact that we don't.
Yeah.
There's I can't even begin to tell you how many people think that we actually make a decent livable wage.
Oh, no.
No, we don't. But either way, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always following us. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. And we will catch you next week, travelers. So to this time, we are closing the gate for this week. And we're saying farewell. Peace.
Deuces.
Bye-bye.
Bye.